Ladies, I got something good today.
Okay.
I saw a meme, and I want to get your opinion on it. Take a look at it.
Okay.
It asks, for men, if you propose and she says no, is the relationship over?
Ooh, that's actually a really good question.
You know, do you
Great
think if
question.
a woman rejects a man's proposal, is there a chance of saving the relationship?
I think it depends on how long they have been together.
Yes.
Right? Because if you've been together for, I think, past like 5 years and she says no, it's like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
What is she waiting for? But if he asks maybe after dating after a year or two, I know for me, I want to get to really know the person that I'm going to marry.
Yes,
So I don't
yes.
think it would be a problem.
Yeah, it
She said-
shouldn't.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh, if a man was really mature, he's got to know that if a woman says no, there's got to be reasons behind it.
Right.
And a lot of times, just like God, sometimes he's not saying no, he's just saying not now. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
are
I agree.
tripping. You are. No, there's no way.
If a guy asks a girl,
You know
if
what it
she's,
takes for a man to get on one knee and do that and ask
Yes,
a
but
woman
he's
to...
asking
But sometimes
a
it's too
question.
soon.
Yeah.
What do you say? Why?
I say no. It's a wrap.
So if you were a guy,
Yes, because if she's playing waste his time in 2017...
But she's not wasting his time if they've only been dating for like a year or two.
yes, or maybe she's not ready just because she has to deal with herself.
Some women just never want to get married at all. Maybe that's
True.
just not something that they want.
Well, it
Maybe-
depends on how she says no. Because I remember watching this basketball game, and it was halftime, and the man was like, he had the cheerleaders, and he was in a box, and the woman didn't know, right? And it had the mascot and everybody.
Yeah.
And so they had her come up like it was a surprise.
I saw this.
Yeah, and he came out the box and had a ring, and when I tell you, she is probably still running out the stadium. And everybody was like, oh my goodness. And so when it's that type of proposal and she say no, I think it's over. But I think if you make it like, because first of all, you kind of know when somebody gonna ask you to marry them, right?
You
So shouldn't
hopefully
you
have
a
spoken
conversation?
about it.
That's another thing. I think the couple should definitely be at a place where they've talked about whether or not they'd be
True.
open to getting married.
Exactly.
But do all couples do that? I don't think so.
Some
Sometimes
people
men
don't.
just like to surprise.
Are there
you.
any single men in the audience? Any single men?
Dang. Our
All
show
women.
is booed up like
Well,
that.
all right. All the brothers. Okay, a married man, because I want a man's opinion about this.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about this? If a man proposes to a woman and she says no, is the relationship over?
Not necessarily.
Yep.
It all depends what type of woman it was I was talking to. If I was after you, I'll still be pursuing.
That's actually very sweet.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
really
about.
sweet.
Hey, grown,
It's the quality
mature
that I'm
man.
looking for.
It depends on what you...
It's the quality that I'm looking for, not just the package.
So if she say no, but how many times you gonna hear no from her before you go?
maybe once or twice at least.
Okay.
Once or twice.
And
Twice.
Yeah.
patience is a virtue. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, sir, I would think that you know if she's worth asking, if she was willing to commit to you for the rest of her life, then you're willing to wait until she's ready. Am I right?
Well, how much time do you have?
I got as much time as I need to make sure I'm an appropriate wife for that man.
All right, but now here we go. Now, if I'm pursuing you, and I put everything, I lay down everyone, I put my black book down,
Right.
and I
Put your
wholeheartedly
black book down.
That's the
came after you.
That's the other girls. They not
number.
enough
Got
more.
it.
It's
I got it.
Rolodex of
I got
chicks.
it.
Come on.
Yes.
Look, I don't have a whole lot of time, but if I give you my heart from the beginning, and you turn it down, I need to run.
But wait, you're contradicting yourself.
No, he's
Because
saying
if you
different.
if you don't want me, it's someone else that does.
Right.
What he's saying is
Yeah.
if she wants to be with him, but she's just not ready, he is willing to wait. If you are saying no because you just don't want to be with him,
Oh
then
yeah,
he
absolutely.
needs to run.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, now
I
makes
agree
a big
with that.
difference.
I agree with
That's
that.
right. That's good man.
I remember.
Yeah.
But have you ever said yes to an engagement that you maybe knew deep down in your heart maybe wasn't the best decision?
Yes. And that's why I got divorced in 6 months.
Well,
Wow. No, that's real
I'm
life.
asking from a place of I've been there,
Yeah.
you know, where I think sometimes people say yes for the wrong reasons. And I think if you're honest with yourself and when you've been with someone for a really long time and maybe it's something that seemed like the next thing and everybody around you is like, well, when are you guys gonna get engaged? And you almost know, well, it hasn't naturally happened between us because maybe we're really not there. And I think as a woman, sometimes you say yes because I know if you've never been there, you're not gonna understand what I'm saying, but try to empathize a little bit. You almost feel like you deserve to say yes.
Oh.
You feel pressure to say yes?
No, it's
You
different.
feel like you invested so much time
Oh.
that it almost would be a shame not to say yes.
I see
Do you
what
guys
mean.
understand what I
Because you
mean?
feel like it's a waste of time. if
Like
you
I spent
don't.
all these years with this person, and if I don't at least maybe try and say yes or see if maybe even the engagement will change
The
what
dynamic.
we already have going on.
What's a lot of years to you, though, being engaged? Because sometimes
Yeah.
people have a different number in their
Yeah.
head. What's a lot of years where you feel like, okay, I've invested a
Like
lot
dating and
of
then
time.
years,
engagement.
6 years
6
is
years?
a long time.
Dating?
6 years dating.
See,
yeah.
I dated Adam for 6 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be engaged when we first started dating just after year 1, year 2, because I believe there's that infatuation stage.
For sure.
And I wanted to really, really know the man that I was gonna marry.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You met Adam and started dating. You started
Yes.
dating at meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you know somebody for years before the dating too.
Got
then
it.
it's
So yours
like-
is longer.
Yeah.
How long did you know?
I knew a year before dating.
Got it.
And then dating for 5 years.
When did you know? Because I think a woman always knows this. When did you know that it wasn't right, but then you kept on in the relationship?
Uh-oh.
No, it's
Do you want
actually
me to
not
ask
funny
that?
at all. It's actually.
Do you want me to ask that question?
No,
You don't have to.
I had to think about it if
Okay,
I'm being
got
honest,
it.
because I don't want to just spew out something
No,
and
it's
not
true.
be truthful.
Yeah.
Man, I think I knew when I moved across the country, and we didn't need each other in that
Got it.
way.
Ooh.
And I think at some point it almost can become almost a saving grace, like
Yes.
let's try to maybe if we do this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, and that's
Yeah.
real talk, because a lot of people need to
Yes.
hear that, and you can learn from.